Holy shoot, that guy came from a mile away and he hit the wall. That was a clean race. Jesus! Oh shit, dude! How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. And welcome to another video in Forza Horizon 5. So a few videos back, I received this comment from this lovely fellow right here. And after reading the comment, a little idea popped up in my mind. So a little bit ago, I did two experiments. One answering the question, can pickup trucks race on the road? And the other is, can SUVs race on the road? So this is another little saga, this little experiment. This time, we're gonna answer the question, can buggies race on the road? So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do today. We're gonna continue doing this little experiment saga kind of thing and convert 3 off-road buggies into purpose-built racing buggies and see what happens. So yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. If you do enjoy these kinds of contents, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also like the video. That'll help me tremendously. But yeah, other than that, let's go into today's video. So the first buggy that we're gonna check out in today's video is the Halogenic Class 10, and the reason why is because the commenter who brought up this little idea for me to do this little experiment mentioned the Halogenic and said, I quote, "It can drift for racing, but it's a handful. How handful is this thing on the road? I don't know." That's exactly why we're doing this little experiment, to see how good or how much of a handful this buggy can get. So let's go ahead and buy this thing from the auction house, and yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this thing. So for today's video, we're just going to upgrade all these buggies to the top of A class, because I am sure that if I upgrade this thing to S1, it's going to be a bigger handful than it already is. So cue the time lapse. I'm already regretting doing this, but we're gonna be just a little bit heavier, and we're gonna have 403 horsepower. We only got plus 0.1 G, lateral G, and yeah, let me go ahead and tune this thing, and once I finish tuning this thing, I'll see you in a lobby. Can I just say how nervous I am right now? The commenter said that this car is a handful when you're trying to tune it for the road, so I am very nervous about this. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have zero expectations. I might finish last. I'm contemplating whether this experiment is stupid or this experiment is really interesting. We'll see what happens. Holy crap, this thing launches good. This thing has off-road tire stock and you can't change tires, so I don't know what's gonna happen. We're up to P4, which is shocking. It's keeping up with these two dudes right here. Oh, there's the understeer. Yep. The understeer of... Holy shoot, that guy came from a mile away and he hit the wall. Okay, as I mentioned before, I'm getting no grip from the turns because this thing has off-road tires stock and I can't change tires, but somehow we're in P4 and we're keeping up with these guys up here. Yeah, this is where I'm starting to fall off right here. What the hell happened to him? You know, I thought that this would be a handful. The commenter said it's a handful. With the tune I have and the upgrades I have, this thing's actually surprisingly okay. It's not as much of a handful as I thought it would, because it does accelerate pretty quick. The only weakness it has is the turns, which is pretty obvious, but this is not as much of a handful as I thought. This is actually a really surprising thing. Our pace is not that far off to everybody. It's just that the only time that I'm going to be slower than everybody else are the turns, and not bad brakes. Oh, he hit the wall and he got the slowdown mechanic. This buggy, I feel like, is essentially testing your skill as a driver. The machine's not going to help you, it's how you handle the machine. We're going to come home to a very surprising P5. A very surprising P5. I did not expect this car to perform that well. I thought it would be a handful, but somehow we did a way better lap time than the Ferrari 360. This is a really interesting experiment now. It has turned into something really interesting because now that I've seen how good it performed, way better than my expectations, I'm looking forward to see what the other buggies has to offer. We got 2 more races. This is the new lobby, essentially. We're just gonna see what happens on the next 2 races. Can I also just say how freaking cool this buggy looks? It is lowered to the ground as much as possible. Holy crap, we got a full lobby. It is lowered all the way to the ground, and it has the World War II paint job, which looks amazing. This car looks great. We're starting at the front. We're probably gonna finish mid-pack or lower, but We'll see what happens. Here we go. This thing has great acceleration. Brakes are not bad. Brakes are not bad. It's just that it loses grip when I brake and it's gonna slide. We're still in P4 somehow. Somehow I'm keeping up with this Audi up here. The only time I can catch up to these guys is on the straights. But when it hits the turn, that's a whole different story. We're already 70% through the race, and we could finish P4. We could finish P4 if we can try to be really, really fast. But here comes the other two guys, the Mustang and the Lotus. I'm gonna stay on the racing line. That's oh shit! Holy crap, what just happened? We're gonna finish P4 anyway. Holy crap, what just happened? I tried to go flat out, but it didn't work. But somehow we got P4 anyway. How did we manage to get to P4? This thing has off-road tires and is supposedly purpose-built to race off-road. And somehow, look at the championship standings. I'm P3 in the championship standing, which is crazy. Ah, we're racing up the mountain this time. We're starting in the front row again. This is a great opportunity for me to capitalize on all top 5s in this championship. This is gonna be really interesting. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. I am genuinely surprised as to how well this thing is performing. It is far exceeding my expectations for something that I thought and the competition thought to be a very, very handful thing to drive. And I'm all the way up to P1 already at the start. This thing has great acceleration. Yeah, matching pace with this Nissan up here in terms of acceleration, but at the turns, it's a whole different story. Oh, we're sliding. Oh, we're sliding. And understeers at the exit of the corner. I lose a lot of grip under braking. That's one of the biggest weaknesses this car has. No grip under braking, and yeah, I'm getting understeer and sliding to the wall every time I turn. The back end is gonna loosen up, and yeah, halfway through the race, and we're in P3. We're on track on a podium finish if I try not to mess up. Oh, that slowed me down real bad, that hairpin. Yeah, I just lost 2 positions, but that's okay. We're gonna fight these guys. Yeah, look at how much I'm gaining from them from the acceleration. And wow, I made a pass from pure pace. Get the checkpoint. It's a handful. Yep, it's a handful. It's a handful. I'm losing grip on all the turns. Like, I'm trying my best to clean race, but this thing will not want to clean race. Thank you very much for putting me in the freaking wall, doofus. Oh, we're gonna lose to the top 5. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens when you don't have grip on turns. You lose positions, but still, very, very surprising. You know what? I will happily take the result that we've gotten. 2 P4s and a P6. And we finished 4th in the championship. That far exceeds my expectations for this buggy. This is a very, very interesting experiment we got on our hands. Let's go to our next buggy. I'm hoping this next buggy is at least a little bit better than this. And so for our next buggy, we're going to do the Nomad. And I think we will end off today's video with this 850 horsepower monster. So we're just going to see what happens. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and get the aerial Nomad. Alright, here we go. Cue the time lapse. This is probably the best I could do. I could have probably put better upgrades, but this is what we're working with. We're gonna be a lot lighter, and we're gonna have 100 horsepower less. So it's another one of those exchange things where would you rather have more weight with more power, or you want to have less weight with less power. So yeah, we're gonna see how the difference is gonna be with these two things, and I'm gonna go ahead and tune this thing, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I made some changes to the Nomad. There were 2 tire types, the stock and the off-road tires, and apparently the off-road tires gave it better grip, and I installed it earlier. I decided this time to remove that and instead add a supercharger instead. So I'm exchanging more power for less grip. That's probably a really bad idea. So this thing probably has around like 350 horsepower, I guess. But yeah, let's go. Very fast off the line. Very, very fast off the line. Look at that. All right, here comes the turn. This is where yeah, there's no grip. There's no grip. Oh my god. Yeah, it is a handful. It is a very, very handful car to drive, but I can try to manage. Thanks for the push. I needed that because this thing is so hard to drive. It's so snappy and it loses grip very, very easily. That was a clean race. Jesus! That was great. Thanks a lot. Here I come. Oh my god, that's a rally fighter. Another purpose-built off-roader on road racing. Yeah, oh yeah, they're battling hard. I can just stay back and let them make a mistake, and I can capitalize. I can capitalize a lot better. This thing has more grip. Even if I put off-road tires, it would still be a very, very handful car to drive anyway, so I'd rather exchange less grip for more power so I can be at least competitive. Oh, wow! Both of them hit the wall. This thing is really fun to drive. It's a handful, but it's a really, really fun car to drive. Oh, that's the wall! There goes my fender. Jesus, I got so loose. I got so freaking loose, man. Oh my god! I got distracted. Yeah, we're gonna finish P6. That was a very, very eventful P6, not gonna lie. This thing is a very, very quick car, acceleration-wise, but it is such a handful to drive around. We have one more race to test out this thing, and yeah, let's go ahead and do our final race for this car. I need tracks where it prioritizes more straight lines and turns, and I don't know if that's gonna help or not, that track. And oh great, starting at the back on a full lobby, this is gonna be chaos. I'm hoping we can finish in the top half, so P6 and up. Here we go, let's see what happens. 2.5 seconds, this thing reached. What else can I say, man? What else can I say? Oh, hello, BMW. You missed a checkpoint as well. It's not just me who made horse crap mistakes. This BMW and that guy behind the rally fighter. Wait a second, these are the two guys that fought each other last race, and now they're back with me. Isn't that a fairy tale story? This thing is so loose, man. This is Forza Horizon. I don't understand why the game doesn't allow us to put race tires on these cars. What the hell is this guy doing? If you could put off-road tires on a supercar and a hypercar, why not put race tires on off-roaders? I mean, not much to say, I'm gonna be honest. Solid P8. I mean, not really solid. We missed a freaking checkpoint. Yep, not much else to say. Let's just move on to our final buggy. Alright, final buggy. The 850 horsepower, 4,000 pound buggy. I'm predicting that this is going to be the most handful of them all. Let me go ahead and upgrade this thing, and yeah, I'll see you after the time lapse. This is gonna be so bad. We managed to get this thing down to 3,600 pounds, and we added an extra 42 horsepower to make it almost 900 horsepower. This is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be really interesting, but at the same time, it's gonna be so bad. Let me go ahead and tune this thing, and yeah, I'll see you when we find ourselves a lobby. Okay, so I test drove this thing earlier, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is the most stable out of the buggies that we've tried so far today. The other two buggies were really freaking unstable, especially the Nomad was like really unstable. This thing is pretty stable. This is so out of place. Just a big freaking buggy, 3,500 pounds, 900 horsepower, racing against street cars. This is interesting to say the least. And yeah, look at that. It's not gonna get. It's just very understeery, but it is still very stable. Makes sense that it's understeery, but it's very stable. That's a Hellcat behind me. I can hear that V8. That car is so loud, dude. I can't even hear my car because his V8 is so loud. It's a Dodge Magnum I saw. Like, I'm just big buggy, just hauling and just hogging everybody. Yeah, no, we're on track to finish nearly last. That's just great. That's just great. Thank you. Oh my god. Look at these two. Yeah, keep fighting. I'm gonna take it back. You can't push me off. I'm a big freaking buggy. You can't push me off. We finished basically last. That is tragic. Somehow the most stable buggy that we've tried today finished basically last. Yeah, that's the final race. And you know what? That's the final race of this lobby. And you know what? That just concludes today's video, because you can tell that this thing is gonna be slow, even though it's very stable. So to answer the question of this little experiment, can buggies race on the road in Forza Horizon 5? No. For the love of God, no. Do not use buggies on the road. This is just an experiment to see just how bad buggies can be on the road. But, however, these buggies that I've tried so far today are not much of a handful than I thought it would. I thought it would struggle like crazy, but at the end of the day, please don't use buggies on the road. You're gonna be a menace on the road and you're gonna struggle like crazy. I somehow managed to stay on the road for a little bit. But yeah, if you do enjoy these kinds of contents, consider subscribing to the channel. Also like the video, that will help me tremendously. Also down in the comments down below, let me know what other kind of experiments you want me to do, or other kind of challenges, or anything you want me to check out. I might read it and I might do it. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for dropping by today. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.
L'amour qui chante, qu'est-ce que je vais te nommer? Je vais te nommer l'amour, l'amour tendre, l'amour qui chante.